Yeah, we back at it again. Peace to Red Alert. We here to put in work. It's the Lab Chronicles podcast. Yours truly, Slang Hugh, along with my co-host Cole Bredgen. Talk to them.
DJ Finn, a.k.a. Producer Finn, Father Finn, Beer, a.k.a.s. Is it me?
Olip, a.k.a. Olipa, a.k.a. We have a special guest in the building as we usually do these days. We got another special guest, another great producer in the building, Mr. Tmajor. How you doing, King?
Yeah, chilling. You already know what it is.
Good.
Yeah.
So we're really freestyling this one. This is probably the first full freestyle that I've done in a minute interview-wise anyway. But it's a good challenge all the time. But before we get to that, we always like to ask our guests, what were you listening to on the way over here?
Flow.
Radio station?
The radio station on the way over here.
Are you like the only man in the city still listening to Flow?
Yeah, no, because my tape deck is all fucked up, and I got a speaker, and then the speaker was dead, so I couldn't use my Spotify. So I was just listening to Flow.
Shoot, I forgot they were on.
But
Didn't they change? I thought it was called The Move.
They have but it was The Move. Now it's back to Flow. But they have the Toronto Takeover at 11. You don't know about that?
Oh, yeah.
11 p.m. Toronto Takeover. All Toronto music. 11 p.m. till I don't know what time. Yeah.
Oh,
every weekday.
That would make me actually.
I'm not promoting for them or nothing, but yeah.
No, but that's a good thing. That's probably more Toronto artists than they've ever played in the past.
Yeah.
I did not know that. That's dope, though. That's good to know. See. Okay, so you were listening to the Toronto artist segment? I was listening to
I'm just taking in the tracks, 1-2 tracks.
Anybody stand out?
No.
No, damn.
No, it's just...
That's dope. Finn, what are you listening to on the way over here?
I've been listening to that Plugs I Met, that Benny album.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's been in rotation.
I found my speaker.
That's what you.
That's what's on my Spotify right now.
Yeah.
Plugs I Met.
That project is fire.
Yeah, fire.
Benny's been on a tear of late, still, I can't lie. I would have been listening to that myself, but I was in a vibe, so I was listening to slow tunes on the way here for some reason. I don't know why that is.
So go.
You need some loving in my life. But anyhow, Lab Chronicles we here, so let's get into it. So let's start from the beginning, Tmajor. How'd you start? How did you start? Let me go further than that. How did you fall in love with music?
Oh, fall in love with music? My older cousin, who I used to be like that was the guy who I used to look up to for style, hip hop, sports. So he introduced me to hip hop. You know what I mean? So yeah, my cousin Dapper.
That name sounds familiar, but it might be a mixed Dapper.
Well, he actually made the cover for. Shameless plug. He made the cover for my Lost Files. Yeah, so his Instagram is Getaway Slick, but his name's actually Dapper.
So he's still helping you with the
things. We still link up once a month. Me, him, and another cousin, we do this whole thing where family just stay tight. So once a month we go out and we eat wings and just talk about life, what's going on in our life. You know what I mean?
That's dope.
Yeah. That is very dope.
That's what it is.
So how did you start producing then? How did that love transfer into production?
It fell upon me in a negative way where I was on house arrest one time. And I don't really play video games, so I was inside. You can only watch so much TV. So I had a homeboy who used to come by, and he was making beats on the computer. But I tried to rap. The first thing I tried to do was rap. Right? So I was trying to rap on his beats. We're rapping on industry instrumentals and whatnot.
Right.
So I wanted more beats, but he was like, just use these industry stuff. So I'm like, yo, make more beats. He was telling me it's not that easy. So I'm like, yo, give me the program. Let me see what's up, But the program he gave me, it wasn't that user friendly at the time.
Right. What was that? What program was that?
Fruity.
And
at the time, I just couldn't wrap my brain. Coming into music being new.
Right.
Like I couldn't wrap my brain around all the different windows and all the different.
Right. Yeah. The little technical shit and all that.
Yeah. So I was watching a Smack DVD. Remember Smack DVD?
Oh, for sure.
Let me date myself. So Smack DVD. Right? DVD. Not even YouTube. Right? DVD. See, so I've been making beats since 2004.
I was about to ask that. So
2004. So
So that's when you started, or that's when you got serious?
Started. Okay. House arrest. 2004. In the house.
See.
The program, 2004.
See.
Right? So, the Smack DVD I was watching, at the end, they would always put like a producer. And at that time, it was the Heat Makers, Arsonist.
Yeah.
And he had an MPC.
Right.
And that's the first time I seen it. And now I know he had everything looped up, laced up, ready to go.
Ready to go, yeah.
But when I see him doing it, I'm like, yo, I need that.
Yeah.
That will make me more creative. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, scrounge up my little money, Langer McQuaid, finance. I got a 1,000.
See.
And I went from there. Went from a 1,000 to schooling. 2 years later, I went to the International Academy of Design.
Oh, see.
Sound technology.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because I want to learn more. You know what I mean? Right. I didn't just want to just learn that. I want to learn more about the business, more about what I'm doing, the program.
So at what point did you go from trying a thing to, this is what I want to do?
Well, after I came out of school in 06, I kind of stopped for a 2 years, out of music, period. Life issues, you know what I mean?
Every artist goes through something like that.
Yeah, so when I got back in, that's when I just put my head in 2009.
Right.
I just said, I met up with a few artists. I just went from there.
Seen.
Yeah.
Seen. So when you say, what's the first beat you made and you say, I'm good at this, yo. I could do this. I'm good.
The first beat?
If you can remember.
I mean...
Not that you can name it.
That's what I'm saying.
Around what time in... what year was that roughly?
I mean, probably... Everybody thinks right away they're sick, right? But I would say 2000, when I got to school, basically. And I met people who are doing what I'm doing, and they're telling me, yo, your stuff is hot. You know what I'm saying? Yo, could I swear? Or?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Say whatever the fuck
so they're
want.
saying your shit is hot. You know what I mean? Yeah. Told them I use an MPC, and they were freaking out because it's all computers those times, right? So I got the confidence from there. I met an artist in school. And we really started going in, you know what I mean? So
that was my next question. What's the first artist to rap on your beats?
First artist to rap on my beats? Well, one of my homeboys, right? Yeah, he's an artist, but there's always a homeboy, right? So his name was Show, right?
Show doesn't rap no more, I'm sure.
He raps, but you know what I mean, Hold Your Head Show, you know what I mean, come out soon. He's locked up right now, so Hold Your Head come out soon. Hopefully he come out soon and all that. But at the school was a cat named Teo Picasso.
I know that name too.
Teo Picasso. Be that familiar and all that.
All that sounds familiar.
Yeah, of course. He's been rapping, like I said, I left school in 06, so he's been saying that since those times. He's a rapper now. He's still rapping, but and we're still cool. But I'm doing me.
So, who would you say, producer-wise, influenced your style? Even maybe not it might have changed over time, but when you first started out, who influenced it? And then, if it changed, who influences you now?
When it first started, I was more high tech. You know what I mean? High tech, Jay Dilla.
I was just sorry to cut you, but I was just watching High Tech on YouTube, and I was like, yo, I forgot how much I like this guy.
Yeah, man.
He made some shots.
Yeah,
and some of those beats I didn't even remember he made.
Yeah.
Some for Snoop Dogg and the East Siders.
Wow. Exactly, because Dre hired him.
Yeah, that's right.
Dre hired him. That's why. That's what happened there. Yeah. He made a beat one time, and Dre wanted it.
Yeah.
Right? And he's like, if Dre wants it, I just want my credit.
Yeah.
So Dre said, if you want credit, come produce the beat, come produce the track.
Right.
That's the difference between a producer and a beat maker.
So tell me, since you give me the definition to you, what the difference between a producer and a beat maker.
A beat maker is the guy who just makes beats and just sends them out. Makes beats. He doesn't really care what you do with it. He probably gets paid. He probably gets his royalties. I mean, he probably is a ghost guy. He gives it to another guy. Yeah, he's just a beat maker. He's getting paid. He doesn't care. A producer produces the track, in a sense. He might have input on the track itself or what the direction he wants, or when he gets the track back, he said do this or do that.
Right.
He has more input on the overall song.
Right.
That's more of a producer.
You consider yourself a producer, I would assume.
Yeah.
All right, but do you dabble in both? Like,
of course. I'm a beat maker all the time, but production. I beat make for people who I don't know, right? And
Right.
Whatever, you know what I mean? But like who I'm working with, it's more of a production.
Which do you prefer?
The production.
Scene.
Yeah, the production.
You rather have the full hand in it.
I even rather people come in and see me to get beats.
That's where I'm at.
That's
right.
I think we're all
right.
That's where I would.
Yeah, because
rather
we
than
all
sending beats over online. And
gets
shit,
annoying.
Yeah, because artists are they're funny. You know what I mean?
Very.
One day you send them a beat, they'll like that beat, and then tomorrow they don't even like the beat again.
All right.
So if you're in the studio with them and you play them and you can catch a vibe, then it's a whole different animal.
Mm-hmm.
And I
It's a
get
whole
it
different
because
monster.
I'm a rapper too, so I get it. Some days you like something, some days you don't, and you'll even record on it and when you liked it and not like it tomorrow.
Yes.
So it's all these vibes you have to deal with. But it's annoying.
Yes.
As a producer / beat maker, it's annoying to say.
Don't listen to it too much, y'all. Listen to the song too much, and then you don't like it no more. It didn't come out yet.
Exactly. And just because you don't like it doesn't mean like a bunch of people won't like it. Exactly. Yeah.
Straight up.
I agree with that.
Straight up.
But sorry. So I did cut you. I want to get back to that. Your influences as production. High Tech was one of them.
High Tech. And then I gravitated to Ninth Wonder a lot because, especially when I was using Fruity, he was like the staple for the FL. If people don't know.
That's true.
If they don't know, Ninth Wonder was the staple.
That's a fact.
For FL production. And if you don't know who Ninth Wonder is, Jay-Z's a threat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If they're listening to this podcast, they probably know who Ninth Wonder is.
If you don't, stop the podcast and go find out.
If you know who Ninth Wonder is, then
something's wrong.
Yeah.
Ninth Wonder is probably why I started using FL too, actually.
Exactly, because he was a staple that made it sound like it was an MPC and still sound fat. You know what I mean? Like the beats still sound fat and all that, right? So
that's a fact.
Yeah.
So as a producer, do you mix, master your own stuff too as well?
My own beats?
Yeah.
I like to say I definitely mix them, right? But like for the final product, if another engineer, because I trust engineers more. I don't take myself as an engineer. I know that because I went to school. I know what it's about. It's a different skill.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Mastering is a different skill set as well. Yeah. Guys come to me and say, yo, I mix and master. I'm just like, yeah, okay. You mix and you master, right? Like, both the sickest. Like, and it can be done, but the way they say it, like, you know, like, they don't really
They haven't mastered mastering.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I do mix my own beats, and if I feel like, yo, this engineer or whatever, I just give you the 2-track or whatever the case is, right? So, but yeah, I do mix my own, especially lo-fi. I'm doing lo-fi now.
Oh, dope.
Right?
Dope.
Like, and like, I can't even say I'm doing it now because Jay Dilla is
that's
like,
pretty,
and that's before they put a title on it, right?
Yeah.
It's lo-fi,
Exactly.
right? That's what it is. Jay Dilla's music, basically. Jay Dilla, Madlib, and another guy named Najabis. He's from Japan. Najabis.
I don't think I've heard of that.
Yeah, he's. If you check his stuff, you'll be like, okay.
Najabis, okay.
But so yeah, but I'm into lo-fi, so I mix that because lo-fi is it's a different mix, right? It's like
it's more flat,
sounding like home recording, tape recorder stuff. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Although nowadays quality isn't as important as we all
because everyone's through their phone.
Yeah.
That's another little thing that I'm gonna give you guys that I do now. Like when I do that, I'll listen to it through my reference is the phone because everyone's doing the phone thing.
Earpods.
Pods exactly. Yeah. That's what everyone's doing. So that's my little reference
point.
Use
as reference rather than the car like we used to back in the day.
Back in the day, the car. Yeah,
still do that too.
But
you gotta do both in the same time.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I do for the lo-fi. So yeah.
So what's some of the artists that you've worked with so far?
Artists in the past or right now?
Give me both, in fact.
Well, in the past, a lot of people. I mean, G Wonder was a big staple for me early on. That's one of the artists that when I met him, G Wonder, right?
That's where when he first said the name, I was like, I know this name. I know it. I do. That is G Wonder. That's where it is.
G Wonder Tmajor.
Yes,
right?
yes. Now even us now when you were outside, I was like, this face looks familiar. All of that.
You see me?
Yeah. Now
The video you see me. That was on much music.
Yes.
You see me was on much music a lot.
That's where it is. Yeah. The bell went off. Ding.
Yeah, ding. G Wonder Motive music, all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that was early and he did a lot for me, you know. But you know what I mean? I'm doing me. And me and G are always cool. Like I see G all the time and I'm saying? But yeah, so that's what you know.
Yeah. Yo, I know that name. I know the name, but I couldn't pick it up. A lot of weed. But
I mean, I work with a lot of people like Nemesis, you know what I mean? Remember Nemesis?
Yeah. K-Fresh. Big up K-Fresh.
K-Fresh. I mean, Money Marlowe. I mean, Frankie Payne. I'm working with Frankie Payne right now too again.
Dope. Frankie Payne, one of the dopest artists in the city. Dusty
Wallace. You guys know Dusty, right?
I know the name, but I don't think I've heard of him.
Yeah, so we started out, he was on Motive as well. And then there was a time where we weren't, like everyone went their separate ways, so now me and Dusty are back now again, and we're doing our thing. And he had a song the other day with Maestro, Waistsuit. The Waistsuit track there.
On the Maestro album? Was it on the album?
It was on the album, yeah.
Okay.
On the 30th album there, yeah. So, I can't remember everybody right now.
Yeah,
you know.
Of course I know it.
Yeah.
Do you have like an artist or is it like you're dedicated sort of to? Like that's
Dusty
would
right
be that
now.
dude?
Yeah, me and Dusty are putting in some work right now. Coming with a project right now. I think you guys will, like it. But yeah.
Dope. What about working with other producers?
Yeah, I'm definitely down. And I haven't done it yet. Nowadays. Actually, Bunnet. Me and Bunnet been doing some stuff lately. You guys know Bunnet?
No.
Of course. Bonnetal. Of course you know Bonnetal.
I know Bonnetal, but he goes by Wiz now.
Wiz, yeah. But
Wisdom, man.
Okay.
He's Jung's, I'm Jane, so I know him from a long time, so I still call him Bonnet.
He's come to the studio.
Yeah.
He recorded his album here.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Okay. Which one? The
one with Che Uno.
The Fire Gods.
Yeah. Fuego Gods. Yeah.
I know fire because Fuego is fire, but Fuego Gods. Yeah,
man. Big up Wiz.
Big up Wiz all the time, of course. Good peoples, bro. But C Sharp. You know C Sharp?
No, I know the name though.
C Sharp.
And no disrespect to anybody I don't know.
Of course. There's a lot of people.
This is part of the reason why we do the podcast is to learn of new artists, learn of producers we don't know. Like just get familiar with not only even just the city, especially the city, but not only the city. Just get familiar with the music that's around us.
Yeah,
that's part of the point.
Exactly.
So it's good to hear that. So you're born here, right? In Toronto, Canada.
Born and raised. Background is Jamaican.
See.
Yeah.
So do you make other genres besides hip hop?
So I usually don't, but I was asked one time to make something for like a reggae artist.
Okay.
So I did. While I was making it now, Dusty was in the studio and he heard it.
Right.
So he has a kind of reggae vibe song that's gonna be an album too. So yeah.
Tropical House.
Yeah. And me and DT the artist.
Okay.
So we had an album last 2017 called Major Moves. And there's a Caribbean song on there too as well. Actually, he's the first artist to ask me to do a Caribbean song because we have a 4-song EP and it's like 4 targeted songs with different feels,
vibes.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, vibes.
So how do you distribute your music? Is it just only through the Spotify's and all that shit, or do you do physical copies? And
I used to do physical copies. Lately, the last project that I did now, I don't have any physical copies for it. But everything leading up that I have, Tmajor, The World is Major Volume 1, Volume 2, Listening Session. Listening Session is actually a project it's an instrumental project.
Okay.
The World is Major is like a compilation of industry vocals.
Yeah.
Volume 2 is like compilation of Toronto artists.
Okay.
But the Listening Session is a instrumental project.
Okay.
And I won Producer of the Year for that in 2016 at the CUT Awards in
that's dope.
Winnipeg.
I seen on your thing, you said you did like some TV music, like Viceland and stuff like that.
Yeah. The show is called Tattoo Age.
How'd you get into that? Because I know a lot of producers out there are trying to get their music synced up.
Well, you gotta know the guy who's in charge of music and anything like that. Like in any film, the guy who's in charge of music.
Yeah.
So I got that link through Dusty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Dusty linked me on that guy. So I just give him the music. So he hit me up one day and he's asked me for music for a wrestling documentary. So I gave him music for it. And he hit me back and he's talking about, no, you didn't land that, but you landed this. Which is another show called Tattoo Age. So it's on Viceland, Tattoo Age. Now it's on YouTube Premium. When it first came out, it was on regular YouTube, and then now it's on YouTube Premium for some reason.
Well, you know the reason.
You know the reason?
Yeah, you have to pay for it. That's
Leo Cohen. You know that?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's part of YouTube.
He had a YouTube music.
That guy?
Yeah, that's right.
You see what he made 360, you know?
Yep.
He invented a 360 deal.
He made a 360 deal.
Yep. He came up with it.
So now he's at YouTube. That's why we're doing all the... Because he's like, why are you giving it for free?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The blueprint there.
Yeah.
Complex blueprint.
Yeah.
Yeah, you watch that, you see his mindset.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Money over everything?
Yeah, exactly. So he's the reason why you got to pay for YouTube. There's all these commercials now because he's the head of
it makes sense at the end of the day. And it wasn't free for so long.
It's only a matter of time. And it's still free. It's still free.
And it's still free.
It's just like going back to watching commercials.
Indoor the commercials. Yeah, that's it.
I don't know anybody that pays for YouTube.
Yeah, me either. Not YouTube.
Yeah.
Now, at the same time, it's tough to get somebody to pay for something that's been free
for
their
10
whole
years.
life. Literally their whole life.
And the only reason is because you want to skip commercials. Okay.
It's not a good enough reason.
You could just wait 5 seconds sometimes to skip it. So I'm good with that. I'd rather wait 5 seconds than pay the subscription fee. I'm good.
So how does that? Well, I guess you wouldn't know yet because usually it takes longer. But like, how does the royalties work on like a YouTube TV show? I guess the more streams, the more royalties, or is it just like a one-time fee?
With that particular deal, it was an upfront deal.
Okay.
Straight upfront deal.
Okay.
I'm still allowed to use that instrumental for whatever I want to do still.
Okay.
Yeah, so just a one-time upfront deal.
So they licensed it. They just
licensed it, that's it. So I'm still allowed to use it. And you know what's so crazy? Because it was television, the beat, like I broke it down some more. You know, I took out certain elements.
Simplified it.
Right.
And then I didn't even realize that, another artist has the beat. But it sounds totally, like the vibe is totally different because there's more instruments in it.
See.
And I heard it the other day still. But I'm not going to disclose who the artist is. I didn't even tell the artist. But I was just listening to what he sent to me. Like, oh, this is the... dope, yeah.
So obviously when you do that kind of stuff, you can't sample, but do you sample?
Of course I sample. Hell yeah, I sample. Yeah. Even though I have the track lib and you could buy whatever you could buy royalty free, I'm still...
In the crates.
In the crates, bro. Yeah, every
so you're actually digging, because I saw the Rhythm Roulette thing that you did on YouTube. Do you actually actively dig these days, or you're digital digger?
These days, because of certain placements and movements in my life and storage. Yeah, I don't have the records at my
some
place
online
right
digging.
now. I just online digging.
Digital digging.
Yeah, digital digging.
Nothing wrong with that, yo.
Yo, you know, what's his name? A-Rap Beats?
Yeah.
He uses CDs, you know.
Yeah.
He samples off of CDs.
I seen
that
when
was
he did
his rhythm.
His rhythm roulette.
Yeah, it was CDs.
Wasn't there one dude that was sampling off the video games? The actual video? Who was that?
The actual video. Bro, it was a mess.
I was like, wow.
I didn't know what he was doing, bro. I'm sitting there like, yo, how's he sampling this?
He was trying to be too different.
Dusty basement.
It did look like
half the shit in there that didn't work, bro.
That was Ono. Ono makes dope beats, though.
Keys on the keyboard.
Yeah, you see the keys just down. You see the keyboard and some keys just down. You're like, yo, what?
There's no way in hell I'm going on TV with my studio looking like that.
But the beat was pretty decent, though.
It was all right.
Yeah, it was all right. Like I couldn't pass with that. I wouldn't. You know what I mean? people, yeah, you know what I mean? I'd feel a way to say, yo, this is my beat, but...
I haven't heard many bad... Actually, I can't say I've heard a bad beat on Rhythm Roulette. Not a bad one. Maybe ones that I don't like.
You know what? 88 Keys' beat wasn't that great, and he said it too. He's like, yo, this beat's not the greatest beat, but you know how it goes with the samples.
Because you only get what you get, you know?
You get 3 records, you're blindfolded, it's like... But he's like, this beat's not the greatest beat, but you know...
Yeah.
But yeah,
it
was like kind of plain, like, but
that's an amazing idea for a show, though.
Damn good idea.
Yeah,
I think I watched every single one of them.
Me too. It was like I'm just trying to find new ones. Like.
They just put one out a couple days ago. I forget who it was.
Was it Hit Boy? I think.
Yes, Hit Boy.
Another one came out before that.
Hit Boy,
with a female producer.
Yeah, like probably like last week.
There was a lady producer, I think, just a couple weeks before that too, but I don't remember her name.
No, those was
that was an old one.
No, that was not a real one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, which one? The one from here? What's her name? Wonder Girl?
No. I seen hers though.
Yeah, I seen hers too.
I watched hers too. That's a damn good idea. So, like your process of production? What are the steps, so to speak? What gets you in the vibe to produce?
At this point, like really and truly, like I'm always in the vibe because last December, yo, bro, I wasn't doing nothing, bro. I was just usually open the program and using the program. I close it, try to reopen it, try to find some beats.
No vibes.
Trying to pull up. I can't see the friggin' hard drive.
Oh,
it's on, but I can't locate it.
Nah.
Turn everything off, turn it on, can't locate it.
Good old technology.
Yo, long story short, the hard drive is dead.
Oh,
damn.
And then for about a good month, I just put my brain into DJing. Yeah, just went straight to DJing for like a month. Yeah, I DJ. Yeah, I DJ.
Okay. Didn't know that.
That came out of doing shows, going to shows with the artists, and then like being their hype man kind of thing. And then the DJ who was there would know that I'm a producer and say, yo, are you gonna do the set? And then it just presented itself every time. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna buy some equipment. But I only did it for the artists first.
Right.
So like with G Wonder. Yeah. So there was G Wonder, Hype, Dusty Wallace. That was the main unmotive music at that time.
Right.
So for them, I'd get my setup, get their songs, and just left, right.
Yeah.
That song, just stand there, hype man. Next song, until you get the bug.
Yeah.
I know if you guys just want to do different things sometimes.
Yeah. No, I agree. I started as a DJ too.
Yeah. You just get the bug to just what else can I be creative with? Like you know what I mean? And then with us as producers and knowing music, we know times and we know what 8 bars is right away. Like guys who are coming into DJing new don't know what 8 bars are. 4 bars are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They don't know what songs. Some people don't know songs. So that was easy. I just needed to learn the equipment. Right. And once I learned the equipment, it's like after the races now, I know songs. I've been listening to music forever.
Yeah.
So So I put my brain into DJing, like fully into DJing for that month. I sent my hard drive out. They told me it was $850.
That's cheap.
It is cheap. Yeah. But then they told me they still can't fix it.
Oh.
They're like, we got back some, and then, because my hard drive was old. It's old. It's kind of my fault, like I didn't get a new one to back it up and all that. Yeah. So now I'm inspired all the time. All the time. I'm saying I just want to get home and...
The weather will do that too, though.
That's true.
The good weather will bring out the vibes too.
Yeah.
Finally.
I mean, and then just music on the general, what's going on in music and all that. So you're online, you're looking and you're seeing people do me. See you guys doing your stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, I need to just keep up and just make sure my blade is sharp, you know what I mean?
So as a producer, do you consider yourself competitive?
As in what sense?
Similar to what you just said, like you'll see other people doing and you're like, yo, I gotta keep up.
Not competitive as I just want to be part of the group.
You know not that you want to beat everybody.
No.
Or be better than everybody, but
I just want to be involved.
Yeah,
I just want to be involved.
No. No.
That's about it. Yeah.
So how do you feel about, because you come from a high-tech, I want to say Dilla-ish.
Yeah. But then everything
foundation.
else the same, everything else, Primo, Dre, obviously.
You come from those, the golden era.
The golden, yeah.
How do you feel
That's
about...
how your name caught me, by the way.
The
name, that's why just caught me right away.
You know, it's the truest, that's where we come from. So
Exactly.
So coming from that, how do you feel about music now? Like, how do you feel about the state of hip-hop now, musically?
I mean, at first, you know, the hate comes out, but then the hate comes out obviously. Yeah. But then, you know, I'm just so passionate about being involved, and I gotta find ways how to be involved. You know what I mean? And find things that I do like,
right,
or that I could relate to. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of things that you can't. Right. But there's a lot of things, a few things that you can. You know what I'm saying? But then now, I feel like there's this space for lyricism and like an age group of people that want that. There's a young group, but there's another group that wants a lyricism. And even if they want that lit turn-up stuff, they still want that lyricism and stuff, right? So then
coming back around for sure.
It is.
I agree.
So
I mean, it never left for people our age, but some of the young people are more appreciating.
And that's what I'm talking about. Some of them, they want some of that. They don't want that turn up all the time, that microwave. You know what I'm saying?
It's a cycle. It's a cycle.
Yeah, it's a cycle.
Goes around,
Everything is a cycle.
Yeah.
Bell bottoms, all that. You know, it's a cycle.
It's a cycle. Well, everything 90s is wearing now again, right?
Yeah, starter jackets.
All that.
All that. You know what I'm saying? See them.
So okay, you're working with Frankie Payne now.
Yeah, we're coming out with something right now.
Like Frankie. A project, or you guys are working on a single? Big up Frankie.
No, big up Frankie. Big up Frankie, Sprox, Freedom Riders.
Scene.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we had Adam Bomb on here a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. No, full-length album.
For real?
Album.
With the Freedom Riders or with...
No, with Frankie Payne. Me and Frankie Payne.
Dope.
My beats, Frankie Payne's lyrics. Dope. I think he has 1-2 features. Right. He does have 1-2 features, but that album.
So how far are you guys into that?
Done.
Oh, it's finished.
Sprox is doing the whole mastering, editing, breaking everything down, making it more flavorful. Like, I'm gonna send the beat.
Right.
He gonna rap.
Right.
And then Sprox gonna break it all down and give the pauses,
executive
the
produce type shit.
Huh?
Executive producer, basically.
Executive produce? Like funding?
No, just as far as just like like you said, he's putting it in the right direction.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the overall sound of it. And the vibe of it. Yeah, definitely. But it's done. We're just doing a few more touches. And that's it. I'm not sure when we're going to drop it, but yeah.
That was my next question.
Yeah,
any name or title for it yet?
Huh?
Is there a title
Major
for it?
Pain.
Scene.
Major Pain.
Scene.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
And y'all know Major Pain, right?
Yeah.
Wait till you see the cover. Wait till you see the cover. Major Pain.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So how did that come about? Like,
Frankie's Jane Street, dog.
True.
Frankie's Jane Street. I'm Jane
I actually went
Street.
to elementary school with Frankie.
Yeah.
Elementary
and
middle school.
Where?
Went to Amesbury for middle school.
Stop it. I went to Amesbury Middle School too.
You went to
Stop
Amesbury?
it. Yes.
And then Gracefield for elementary.
I went to a school called Pelmo. It was on the other side.
On the other side.
On the other side of Jane. But I went to Amesbury Middle School.
What year did you go to Amesbury?
Huh?
What year? No, I didn't. We're in a fully day. We'll talk about that off the air. No people went to Amesbury though. I didn't even realize. All T-Rex.
T-Rex.
Yeah.
I was there with
them times?
Huh?
Okay.
Me and T-Rex.
Okay.
Me and T-Rex.
I seen him post a picture.
T-Rex is 1 year under me.
Under you.
Yes.
Okay. I was
So
I seen him post a picture. I was like, yo, I used to jump off that wall and try to dunk.
Remember the wall, right? At the back, exactly.
We all did that.
Yeah, we all did that.
That's
Exactly.
That's
jump off the wall and dunk it.
Small world, Toronto is. Big city, but small world.
Yeah.
See, okay, so what's an artist that you always wanted to work with that you haven't gotten to yet?
Holy. Wow. That's on the spot right now.
Yeah.
Wow. What do you mean? Like,
could be anybody.
Anybody.
It could be freaking Sade. Like, you know what I mean?
It could be somebody that you actually see yourself working with tomorrow, if possible, and somebody that you may think, man, I don't know when that'll ever happen, but That's what I would love to do.
Man, my brain is not even like, you see, if you asked me that a few years or like last year probably, but my brain is on so much lo-fi. Like my project now is the instrumental project. And it's almost because of you, the artists just get to me, where I just like, I'm just doing my own thing now, man. I'm waiting on these guys.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And no style, but me and Frankie Payne's project, it's like 2 years in the making, bro.
It happens.
You know what I'm saying? And me, it's like, I already did the beats. Like, let's go. You know what I mean? So it's like...
The part's done.
So artists that I'm thinking of working with that I want, I don't know, bro. I can't even tell you right now.
But you're talking before that you're
okay, right now, Benny the Butcher, dog. Benny the Butcher.
I was actually going to say that to you.
Real shit. Benny the Butcher. Benny the Butcher.
I think we all would like to work with Benny.
Benny. I like Conway. I like West Side. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Maverick. I'm working with Maverick right now. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Maverick. Don't know that's family.
Flea Lord. I like Flea Lord too.
Flea Lord.
You know what I'm saying? Benny then Flea Lord. I mean, like I said, I'm already working with Maverick. I like Ito.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I like El Camino. I like all those guys. And that's where I'm going right now. With, you know what I mean? Because
upstate. You got to make a trip upstate.
I know.
Buffalo, Rochester.
I know. But
I work with almost all of them except Camino and Benny.
Yeah.
So far.
So for me, it's like that's where I'm at right now.
It's a stone throw away.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
like we said, that sound is what we grew up on. That sound is what we grew up on.
Yeah.
Their sound is like, it's a
But you remember I told you how I started making beats? Like with that whole house arrest thing? Yeah. Upstate New York. I don't know if I could go over there right now.
But I mean, it's the same way you're working with Mav. You know, it's a DM away sometimes.
Yeah, but you know what I mean?
Or connect the dots here and there.
I like to put in my work first, like before I start. You know what I'm saying? I was lucky to get a song with Mav where I even reached out to him and he was so, because he already did something with me.
See, you know Turbo, how did that happen? How did that link happen?
We had the song. I seen the song, checked him out, and I just started reaching out to him, and he was just like, yeah, what up? Like, you know what I'm saying? He was open with it. You know what I'm saying? And sent him some beats, and he picked the beat. There's a song that he put up, what's it called? Solidified. He actually did that song. I didn't know when it's coming out, but he did it. He posted it.
Right.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? So.
And that's you on the production for it. Solidified.
Yeah. So
how do you generally, like, is every link up with an artist kind of a different story, or do you have like a method?
No, I don't have no method. Yeah, just a different story. A lot of people. I mean, I guess you guys will go around and see people always saying, yo, I want to do this, I want to do that. So there's a lot of that, but there's a lot of people who are not really serious. They just see you and they feel like they should say that to you because they know that's what you're into. Or, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you don't need to say that. Say what up and just keep it moving. You know? Like, yo, I need to get up with you and do some music.
Industry bullshit.
Exactly. So I get a lot of that. But I don't know, like, people hit me up online a lot, you know?
Same.
And there's some of the same people too.
Yeah.
As soon as you start talking numbers and what you have a budget or it's like a ghost. Like
you never see them again.
Yeah, it's like a
90%
ghost.
of the people that hit you up. That's
right? It's like a ghost.
It's a fact.
And then that's what, for me, with DJing, that's what's comforting, where if someone's talking to you about DJing, they're talking about how much you charge to come DJ.
Yeah.
Right off the bat.
Yeah, exactly.
Music, people are talking to you about music, and they're just talking to you about music, and they're talking to you about music, and it's like, okay, so when are you going to bring up money?
Yeah.
Like, how much do you charge? Like, ask me how much do I charge? They're just talking about,
yo,
here's my email. I'll rap on it right now. It's like, okay, so, the budget, you have a budget? Ghosts, crickets.
Yeah. That's why especially in the lane that we're kind of in, it's producers are more inclined to do whole projects with an artist.
Yes.
So that because you're both invested. Like if I give you a beat and it's on an album with 10 other producers, like I don't care. You know what I mean? It's just like,
it's just a project. You're more invested. You're more included.
Exactly. Yeah. Your name is on it, right on the top, just like theirs. Finn featuring or vice versa.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that's what I like to do.
Yes, me too.
I mean? I'll contribute beats to people's projects, of course.
Of course.
But it's just like I would rather be more invested. Yeah.
Straight up.
Makes sense.
I feel you.
Makes total sense.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were gonna give advice to like a or even a new starting producer, what would you say to them?
Master your craft, bro. Master your craft, and I mean the same old stuff is still good, like finding an artist.
Yeah.
Master your craft, finding an artist. I mean, and just get your stuff out there,
Yeah.
And invest. Don't forget to invest.
In yourself.
Invest in yourself. Don't forget to invest in yourself, because the talent is just 30, 40?
If that.
40% of everything.
10.
Invest.
Sometimes.
Moving and shaking hands, kissing babies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta do all that. You know what I'm saying? So
that's a fact.
I was listening to was it Shaggy? I think it was a Shaggy quote. And
support people.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, if
definitely.
you want support, you gotta support too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're not gonna get as much support as you.
You feel like you should have got.
I said sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Most times.
But you know what? Just keep it moving. Don't even.
Yeah,
do that.
Don't do it because you want something in return.
Right.
Yes.
You're doing it because out of love.
Out of love. You know what I'm saying? Yes.
To give love.
You're pushing the culture.
No.
You gotta push the culture. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. Yeah. A lot of people don't get that. Like
they don't get it.
A lot of people are just in it for the check, quick in and out, check, and I'm out.
A lot of people when I came in, they're not doing nothing no more because of that reason.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
I heard a jazz musician today too. I was listening to it. He's like, I haven't made $1 million, but sometimes I wonder those guys who have made $1 million off of music, if they didn't make $1 million, would they still be doing it? And I am. Mm-hmm. So it's true. A lot of dudes are not. All of us know guys who we came in the game with and they were rapping and producing and now did. And if you ask them, dog, that doesn't make no money, B.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to go to work, dog.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not trying to go to work, although I have to. I'm trying to make beats
and
be happy with what I'm doing. That's what I'm trying to do. It's a fact. So, we don't have a top 5. Sorry, people, for who are looking forward to the top 5. We don't have a top 5 this week.
Why don't you have a top 5?
We couldn't think of one, unless you guys want to think of one off the fly. So
no, not
shit.
Me. No.
This is real freestyle.
I'm not in the podcast game. I'm just here to contribute. I'm not.
We ran out of all the top 5s that we had, so we didn't have one.
Yo, this is people don't. This is another art, right? Podcasting.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm not in the podcast game, so I can't think of it. But this is another
part of the creative stream.
Yeah,
it's a fact.
It's another creative thing.
We're trying to kill radio over here.
Yeah.
So speaking of art, is there another form of art that you always wanted to do but you haven't done or have done, like drawing, any other form of art? Have you done anything besides
Yeah, I do barbering, bro.
Oh, see.
Yeah, I have a shop downtown. I have a partner, you know what I mean?
Big up the shop, bro.
Yeah, man. Toronto Tattoo and Barbers, man. 289 College in Spadina.
That's dope.
Caroline is there. Caroline's here with me right now. You know what I'm saying? Me and her hold it down. You know what I mean? Me, her, and Jordan hold on the barber side. We got Shane on the tattoo side. Drew and Andreas. You know what I'm saying?
How long you had that shop?
Well, the tattoo side, like I just came in with the
barber,
with the tattoo side, with the tattooing, because they were already there about a year. 2 years.
Same.
So I've been there since September.
Same.
Yeah, but it's live. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's a good look.
But so I do that. You know what I mean? I do a few charity platforms for my neighborhood, Falstaff.
Brown Bricks.
Yeah, Brown Bricks.
Same.
You know Patrick? Down at Falstaff, he runs the gym down there. So more time I do platform artists, platform cuts, charity cuts for the kids down there
in the community center.
We're gonna start working with Evergreen. Evergreen just opened up on Spadina. They have a new location on Spadina in College.
The one that used to be on Young, right?
Yeah.
It used to be on Young.
Is it gone?
I don't know. You know.
I think they franchised out or it's gone, but they have a new one on Spadina in College. So we're gonna start doing charity cuts there too.
That's dope.
Maybe on the Mondays, more likely on the Mondays.
That's
probably
dope.
for 2 hours, 12 to 2 or something like that. Do some charity cuts.
That's dope.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
So any other upcoming
we all draw.
That's true.
Barbers and stuff. The thing is, we draw because that you gotta have that creative eye. So
that's a fact.
We all draw. Caroline does painting, drawing, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
She's here with the fresh tattoo.
Yes, fresh.
Fresh.
From Toronto Tattoos and Barber, and from Shane.
See.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah.
I might have to come down here.
Yeah, come down, fam. We got discounts.
See.
All that.
Not that I'm not gonna ask you for a discount. I'm not one of them guys.
Respect. But it's there for you. If the option's there for you.
See. So Frankie Payne is one of the projects coming out. Any other projects coming out soon, near future?
Dusty Wallace.
The Dusty Wallace.
We don't have a name for that, but we're building tracks.
We
got tracks like crazy. I mean, and I'm gonna do another lo-fi. I'm gonna do not another. So the Lost Files that's out now on Spotify, everywhere. Right?
Yeah,
everywhere.
Yeah.
That was a project I was gonna put out called The Formula, and the formula was boom bap and trap.
Right.
Which is, I take the samples and I do trap beats to them.
Yeah.
I mean,
Take
trap drums.
Samples?
Like
sampling
is boom bap.
You're right.
Sampling
is
that's the starting of hip hop.
You're
If
right.
you didn't know,
Yeah.
the songs you love from the old school is all samples basically, because all we had was the drum machine and our parents' records.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So take the samples and then you put
some trap drums on
the trap drums, and so that was my formula. So I call it The Formula, but it didn't come out because whatever label issues and all this, I didn't want to put it on the label, and then time passed by. So whatever. After I lost all my stuff in December, I was going through my phone because I'm always doing videos, pictures, so my phone's always full.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to erase stuff to post new stuff.
Those vibes.
And I see these beats, and they're mastered. I'm like, yo, this is from The Formula.
So
I'm like,
you was on
what?
your phone the whole time? You didn't
Yes, because I have an Android. Big up Android.
Yep. Straight, no debate.
I have an Android, and the reason why I big it up because it's like a hard drive. You can just plug it in and drag and drop.
That's a fact.
So that's how the beats got onto my phone. I was out to the studio. I didn't have the USB, so I dragged and dropped them onto the phone. Hard drive crash. These beats are on my phone. Mastered.
Dope.
So I said, yeah.
So now you
I'm
put
going to
it up.
drop this and call it The Lost Files.
Yeah, see. Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I went to I mean, they're mastered, but they're mastered differently. Like, so my boy Nati, he mastered 2, and Shizzy shot from, what's the studio called? The Outlet Recording Studio. He mastered 2 more. So I went to him to just overall master all of them, like leveling.
Right.
That's all I did. I just went to him, brought those beats, leveled them out, boom, it's out. So now, back to what you were saying now. The next project is the lo-fi.
The lo-fi.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's called Paid in Full.
Seen.
Paid in Full lo-fi. So it's instrumentals and Frankie Payne and Dusty Wallace. That's about it right now.
Seen. How many tracks are you putting on the instrumental, or do you know yet?
8. 8 tracks. It should be entertaining because that's what lo-fi is. It's like entertaining. It's like sound bites.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Vocal chops, all that stuff. So
Yeah,
and it's called Paid in Full. And when you hear it, you're going to know why it's called Paid in Full.
Seen.
Yeah.
You know what I didn't ask you, and I should have asked this from the beginning. What do you use equipment-wise?
Now?
Yeah. Like DAW and what do you use? Start with the MPC?
Like everything goes in a cycle, right?
Seen.
Fruity Loops.
Back to it.
I have the MPC, right?
Yeah.
It's limited for the most part, like with the whole sampling, all that stuff, and all the mixing and the exporting the beats is like fucking super hard. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Fruity Loops, but the way I make beats is still the same way. Like I could make beats in Fruity and resample them into the MP, and it'll be the same. But I've done that. I do that. You know what I'm saying? Like so. But I actually use I started to use the MP as like I use it for the sound, so I run everything through it. You know what I'm saying? So I get that fatness still, you know what I'm saying?
Seen.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, it does have its
But
own
Fruity Loops, yeah, everything runs in
That's
full
right.
cycle, Fruity Loops. I still get down on the MP when I want to. I do live shows with the MPC.
Seen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seen.
That's what I really do.
No. When's the last time you did a live show?
Or live videos. Long
In a
time.
minute?
Probably like a year ago. But then I'll do like live videos with the MP.
Okay.
Okay.
I do live videos and stuff like that.
So no more rapping? Because you got a voice, bro.
Nah, fam, I know. That's the DJing, fam. I use it for... And you know what? I don't even talk on the mic that much.
Seriously?
Yeah.
So you got to be a dope DJ then.
Yeah, I do my thing. You know, I get them going. I'm one of those guys that I just like to play like what people like. You know what I mean? You got the DJs... I mean,
they play for themselves.
Who sent me? There was a file that somebody sent me. Who was it? Somebody sent me. It was you, right? Caroline sent me a file, and it was on Instagram of certain type of DJs. There's the horn DJ. You know what I'm saying? The lurking DJ. He's behind his he's behind his laptop, looking at all the girls. Looking at who. So I'm the DJ that likes to play the songs everybody knows. Yeah. There's some DJs that like to play what they like. Yeah. And I work with those guys. I have those guys as my friends. I try to bring them out and say, yo, come and play with me and help me in the night. They playing and people are like, yo, man.
What is this?
Could you play?
Yeah.
I'm just like, no.
I had that. I was just talking about that the other day. I went to a wedding. I went to a wedding to shoot a video, but everyone knows me there as a DJ. It's like, yo, can you help this guy? Like, I'm like, nah, I can't do that right now.
Because they play what they like, and that's cool. But you gotta look around sometimes and get what people like, the popular, what people know.
Yeah.
So all they want to do is sing along, especially when they drink.
Yeah.
So they want to sing along and.
Just hear good shit.
Just hear good shit.
Yeah.
And
be familiar with it.
Yeah,
and some of these men who don't even look at the crowd. They just stay in their laptop or they've practiced that set. So that's all they can play.
That's all they can play
outside of that. Hell, if somebody comes and plays most of the songs they practice.
Exactly. They just replay them. I don't think I've ever rehearsed a set. And if I did, I'll fuck around with it. But like I would never. Like you'll never get to play it in that order because you're gonna look at the crowd and be like, this didn't work the way I thought it was gonna work, and
it doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't even make sense.
And I'm not a DJ, and it doesn't make sense to me.
I don't even do. Like you said, you'll practice something, and if you know what you want to play, but you can't say I'm gonna play this, because what happens is you'll put your mindset into that, and someone plays your song. You're lost now.
Yeah, your whole set.
You're like, oh my god, I was gonna play that song. You just played it, and it's like, nah, better just be there. See the crowd, feel it out. You know what you kind of want you want to play or start with, and just go from there.
So, in that same vein, bringing it to production, let me ask you: do you, when you're going into making a beat, do you think of what type of beat you want to make and aim to make that, or you?
I always want to make hard beats, yo. I always want to make hard beats, and then sometimes what the sample presents.
Makes it more soulful or whatever.
Yeah, or whatever. Now just work with that sometimes. Yeah,
smooth.
But I always try to go for like a hard, unless I have a certain task. Like someone says, "Yo, it's a certain artist and they want this." Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So now I'll probably try to focus on that. But if I'm just go make beats and just try to make some beats by myself, just thinking, yeah, I'm trying to make something hard all the time. Hard beats.
And more sampling than from scratch?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
More sampling than from scratch. More sampling than from scratch for sure.
That's the era.
Yeah.
That's the era.
That's the era we came up in. Like,
that is.
From scratch was out of necessity when people started getting hit with the samples. But the way I look at that, getting hit with samples, the way I look at it is, if I get hit with a sample, I did something right. You know what I'm saying? I did something right. Like I made some noise enough for you to come to me, and during that time, I must have built up something for you to say, "Hey, he's making money. Let's go attack him."
That's what I say.
I already made it now, so it's like I'm just gonna say, "Okay, take it. Whatever comes after it, take it." And that's what Just Blaze did with
with the Black Album stuff.
No, him and Fabulous. What's it got? 1 into the 2 into
Breathe.
the 3. Breathe.
Yes.
With Breathe, they said when they came, he goes, "Take whatever else comes. We're sorry."
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But he said, by that time, we already made a lot of money.
Too late.
And it made the album number 2 in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I'm saying?
And propel your name to a different height again.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying, man.
If I get noticed for a sample, it's like I'm on somebody's radar. Like I'm on that radar.
That's all we say. I'm not rich enough to get for somebody to sue me anyway.
Yeah, so I don't really care. Like, right? At this point.
If I am, hey,
that means I made something for you to take. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I absolutely agree with that.
So I sample a lot first. Yeah, for sure.
Do you try to search for the most obscure sample? Like, are you the type that doesn't want to use anything that somebody else has used before?
I don't want to use anything that's known,
popular.
Yeah. I don't want to use any of those artists. I don't want to use, Diana Ross. I don't want to use, especially friggin' what's his name again? Al Green, Isaac Hayes. I don't want to use any of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because it's already been done. Number one, and like you're gonna know. I don't want you to know how I try to sample it.
As you say that, for me, one of the challenges I like sometimes is to try to find that song from said artist that nobody's used yet.
That's a thing. Yes, that's
very difficult. But I try to do that.
That's a
thing.
Like
if I have, especially for the ones that I know I like. I grew up liking. I'll try the song because there's songs we forget.
Yes,
the B side of the album.
B-side, it's not that popular. Yeah,
the C side in some album cases back in the day, they used to have 4 LPs for one album. Sometimes.
Yes.
So sometimes I'll try to find that song that nobody's used yet.
But that is a thing. Work. But
it actually works.
I'm more tempted to use what we know is like, I can't even use it. I just hear hear that song on it. But I have used something one time that I didn't even realize that it was a sample that was it was Window Shopper. I used the Window Shopper sample. And I didn't even realize it. It's when the artist got it and he recorded on it. He goes, yo, sick how you flip the window shopper sample. I'm like, for real? And I listened back to Window Shopper. I'm like, whoa, it's the same sample, but mine was a bit slower, right? And then with that said, like, I don't have his drums, I don't have his.
So it's gonna sound.
It's gonna sound different. Yeah.
True.
And I've heard samples that I didn't put out nothing. I didn't put it out, or like I just didn't get around to using it, and I've heard it out. Especially samples beats that I have.
Oh, that's happened to me many times.
Beats that I have, it's not out yet, or you didn't give it to an artist yet or whatever, and I heard it out. El Camino has one.
Even the thing,
right now.
Even the remember that Future song with the flute, Mask Off?
Mask Off.
I used that shit way before he did that.
For real.
I seen it, I'm like, okay, well, that's like way before iconic.
Metro Boomin.
Yeah.
You can't use that ever again.
Yeah, people would think you're biting.
Exactly, yeah,
and that's the thing.
Yeah, if you put out your old beat, people would think you're biting.
Yeah, somebody said that. I think it was just Blaze. He was like, "Yo, it's not the sample or it's who puts it out first."
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Because anybody can have the same sample, but who puts it out first, like on that scale where everybody knows it, right?
That's a fact.
Yeah,
because you're right. Because the scale does matter. I was gonna say, actually, nowadays, I don't know how much that matters, but it is the scale.
The scale.
If Future or Drake or one of these guys use it, Jay-Z uses it, then you're probably and. It depends. If it's not a single, maybe not.
Maybe not, yeah.
If it's an album,
and if you can flip it different enough, even if they know what it is, you just know it's so clever that they're like, yo, that was sick how you flipped it. You still do it, right? Yeah.
So, okay, so do you have like an end goal in this game? Do you have like that thing? Not that you're necessarily going to say, if I get this, I'm done. But if you get to this point, you're satisfied with all the work you ever did. Do you have that in mind at all?
Just a mark, man. Just make a mark, like be in history. You know what I'm saying? Toronto history, just Canadian hip hop history in that sense as a producer. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. Like at this point, you know what I'm saying? Early out, remember 2004, right?
Yeah.
So certain times you're like, yo, I want to be. Everyone knows me and all this stuff. But at this point now, it's just like. Canadian history, you know what I'm saying? That's about it. Just leave my mark, you know what I'm saying?
Mentioned amongst the greats. Type shit.
Yeah. That's about it.
I feel that.
You know?
I'm pretty much right there too. That's pretty much my goal. I mean, if I got a Grammy, I'd probably retire. I'm fucking
Grammy, huh?
Probably not. Cause I could care less about those awards. They don't mean much besides getting a bigger paycheck in the future.
Yeah, when someone talks to you, you can say,
Grammy, make sure you put an extra zero on the check. Yeah, exactly.
But you're not sitting there doing it saying, yo, I want to get a Grammy when I do this. You're just doing it because that's what you.
Yeah, I love it.
Passion.
Yeah, I love it.
You know
I love music. Dope. So where can people find you? Like your
The Real Tmajor, Instagram,
See.
What do you mean, like that?
Yeah.
Social media?
Social media.
Yeah, man. The real
if
team is
some artist
Instagram.
wants to
Everything
reach out to you-
spawns from there. You'll get the barber side. You get everything from the real
YouTube.
team major.
The
Because I'm
Real Team
always
Major
on
on
that. The real
IG.
team major on Instagram.
Dope.
I used to do all the other social medias, but Facebook is not the haters on Facebook. They don't even. It's like a family thing and all that. Your family and all that. It's a different.
Your mom's gonna give you a request.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And then Twitter is like people don't want to talk that much. Unless you're a star, they don't want to see what you got to say that much. Like, I don't want to see what people got to say. I want to see some pictures or something, like a video or something. And then I'll read what you do.
Twitter
But
anymore.
huh?
I don't understand Twitter anymore.
There you go.
I used to understand it. I used to like it, but I don't quite get it.
Get
right
it?
now.
I don't get it. Right? So I just do Instagram now, really and truly, and that's it. And everything else, email But you get it from the real T Major on Instagram. I mean, correct spelling.
Dope.
Tmajor, the real Tmajor.
Dope.
Yeah.
Dope. And look out for the instrumental project.
Yeah. There's one out now. Lost Files is out now, Spotify, everywhere. And then look out for Paid in Full.
Paid in Full.
Lo-Fi.
And the Major Pain coming when we don't know.
Major Pain's coming. And
I'm
me and
actually
Dusty
looking forward
Wallace
to that one
coming.
myself. I want to hear
Pardon?
that. I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah,
Can't
man.
lie.
Yo, there's a lot of layers to that project.
I can believe it. Frankie's one of them
He
guys.
has, you know what I'm saying? He's an artist.
Yeah, he's one of those guys.
Yeah, man.
He's an
Tell
artist.
Frankie come
Yeah, we'll have
through
to
to
get
the
him on,
podcast.
yeah.
He's not a
Yeah?
producer, but make him send him on.
He does
See
produce
him.
though.
Does he?
Yeah.
does
He I mean, his classic, the first one, the Brown Bricks
Yes,
project,
yes.
he did some beats on there.
Yeah.
Send him on. Send him
Yeah,
on.
he knows how to program some, and he's an MPC guy, like
Yeah.
2000, MPC 2000.
Serious
So he
thing.
knows how to program drums.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen him in a minute still.
Yeah. I was with him, last Sunday I was with him.
Dope.
I'm going to see him this Sunday, so I'll tell him.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Tell
I'm
him.
going to see him this Sunday again, because, I mean,
Him, Sprox, you gotta get
shout out to Sprox. That's the first time I went by Sprox's crib, and I got to shout him out, because, like, I mean, I've met Sprox here, there, shows, mutual friends, but I've never been in his space, in his studio, especially working with Frankie Payne. And, you know, Frankie had to leave for probably like 20 minutes, half an hour, drop his cousin off, drop his nephew off or whatever. His nephew's on the project. And when I say nephew, it ain't no kid. He's bigger than me. He's taller than me, and he's a big boy. Like, he's bigger, you know what I'm saying? So you have to drop him back to PK, Parkdale or whatever. So I didn't know if I should stay or leave. I'm looking at Sprox, like, should I leave with them or come back? He's like, no, just stay. He did it real casual. Just stay. You know, he did some stuff and he came back and he's like, yo, remember I told you about the splice? He's the one who showed, bro.
Right.
I gotta big him up. Like, he showed me so much in that time, to the point where Frankie Payne came back and he's just like, yo, you have papers? He starts rolling and he's like, yeah, I don't want to interrupt you guys, bromance, because you guys are doing some shit. You know?
Don't kill me. Don't fucking kill
So
me.
that's what happens when producers
when
link,
I come
though.
back, huh?
That's what happens when producers
Well,
link,
that's what
though.
happens with producers, exactly. So, like, shout out to Sprox. Like, he showed me a lot, like,
That's
you
dope.
know what I'm saying, in that little time. So, I'm going to go see them next week, Sunday. So, I'm going to tell Frankie to come by.
Both of them, if they're down.
Yeah,
there,
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's hip hop, though. You're supposed to pass it on, yes? Pass
Yeah,
on your
man,
knowledge.
and that's where I'm at, too. Like, I'm teaching classes, too, you know?
Oh, yeah?
So,
That's dope.
yeah, with this company called Noise Factory.
Yes,
Noise Factory
I've heard,
Canada,
yeah.
yeah. So,
That's dope.
I do intro to production and advanced production. Yeah.
How'd you get into that? Just when I
to the
thought we
guy
were
who
close to
runs
the
it.
end. I gotta ask.
To the guy who runs it, man. Big Amsterdam. He was a producer back in the day. You know, he saw the vision for curating and passing on the knowledge.
Right.
So he formed that school. I mean, he's an engineer himself, so that's what he does now is engineer. But he was always telling me, yo, you're at the point where you need to pass on, like, you could pass on the knowledge. And I was always like, yo, I don't know anything.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know anything. He's like, yo, you know, it's simple to you.
Right.
And then he got my brain to thinking, like, what could I teach somebody? And then, like, even that, the 8-bar signature, all that stuff. That's how I started thinking like that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, through Big Amsterdam. You know what I'm saying? So,
That's
yeah,
real
Noise
dope,
Factory
man.
Canada.
So I think we like covered like 5-6 different things that a producer can do with their life. So all the producers listening, You have a purpose. Go forth and
go forth. There's a lot of things you could do in production.
Yeah, you don't have to be chasing a Drake feature.
Yeah, that's what exactly. You don't.
There's other stuff to do out there.
Yeah.
Dope. Finn, you got any more you want to?
Speaking of instrumental albums, go check out Sib's just dropped.
Go check out Sib's album.
Yeah,
Straight up.
Master the Craft.
Yes.
It's on Go There Music. Download it for free. There's a T-shirt. You don't know. Follow me, MC DJ Finn.
Limited. The T-shirt's limited, right?
Yeah, man. Limited
edition.
edition.
Let them know it's limited, so they gotta get it.
Get it now.
Get it while you can.
Limited edition.
Follow
numbers.
Goldera on Instagram. We only do Instagram for Goldera too, but MC DJ Finn on Instagram, Twitter. I don't really use my Facebook either still.
Slang you on everything. I kind of use everything, but again, Twitter I don't understand. So don't look for me there. Look for me on Instagram mostly. I got my own instrumental.
Are you following me? You know, I'm really following each other. I know me and Finn.
I don't know. We're gonna check.
We gotta check after.
Because that's a serious thing nowadays.
Yeah. People show up and it's like,
yo,
you're not following me.
Yeah.
I gotta just today I was watching just on the side camera did something. I guess him and his ex are in some
juju
war over an internet. And he said, I stopped talking to you because you threatened to beat up one of my business partners because they unfollowed you. And he's like, I had to choose. I couldn't choose between she makes me $300,000 a year and you getting follows. So I chose the $300,000. It's serious out there. But follow all of us on your social medias. This is the Lab Chronicles.
Caroline, what's Caroline's?
Oh, Caroline, yes.
The Zenith.barber.
The Zenith.
That sounds very serious.
Yes.
The Zenith.
You know
that's very serious.
Yes. The Zenith.barber. Check it out. Check out her work.
No.
She does very good work.
Dope.
I mean, she's here from Ottawa.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, a month ago, actually Castleman.
So you're saying
just outside of Ottawa, in case you don't know where it is. No, it's just because I know, we know.
Yeah.
So it's just outside of Ottawa's Castleman.
Coming to the big city?
Yes.
Good change.
This guy said the big city. I haven't been to Ottawa in a long time. Last time I went to Ottawa, I went to check the producer T-Rex.
Oh, see.
Out there?
Yeah,
that's
where he's from.
Word.
Many a year ago. But yeah, so Lab Chronicles, another installment, another special guest Tmajor in the building.
Yo, this was like just talking. I didn't even.
That's how we move.
Yeah, it was sick. Yeah,
feel free to come back. I will have a top 5 next time you're here. Feel free to come back anytime you're ready, B, and we'll build again and talk anything you want to talk about. Lab Chronicles, was this episode 16?
I don't remember.
Whatever.
15 or 16.
15 through 20. This episode. Somewhere in there. And we outie. Peace.